Michał Rogoziński, MMA.PL. Jesteśmy w Londynie, a z nami Erko Jun. Hello Erko, how are you?
Cześć Polska. Good, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine also. I suppose it's a good place for you because you won here your second fight in KSW with Popek.
Yes, that's true. Good memories in London.
Good memory today.
Yeah.
Now, obviously you are not fighting, but in general you have you won 3 fights in KSW, first with Tomek Oświęciński, second with Popek, and the last one with Akop Szostak. It was really a lot of intention between both of you, I suppose.
Yeah.
How do you feel after this?
Well, the first thing I feel is it was a very short fight, so I had no injuries at all, nothing, and I could start with the training right after the fight. So actually 2 days later, when I came home, I started training again. I feel good, and I'm only progressing, moving forward. So it was another nice experience. It was a bit more pressure this time. I don't know, because it was a lot on social media about the fight, and of course always people judging and thinking how the fight will end. But I proved them all wrong, and I prove again that what I say, I do it in the fight. So it was a really good experience.
Your all fights were won by TKO or KO, like in first and second round. Does it mean that you feel much better as a striker than instead of a ground game? Because today I saw you here grappling. Nice, good work.
Thank you. Well, I think it's all about the chance you get in the cage. But first of all, I want to. People love chaos, you know. People love excitement, and to be honest, I love it too. You know, I love to try to damage my opponents, and I know I have this knockout power in me, in my kicks, in my punches, and I will always gonna use it if I have the chance. So. It's a fight game, you know, and eventually everybody loves fireworks.
What's your weight? As far as I remember, you in your first fight we met in north of the Poland. You were about 103 or 2.
Yes, that's true. Well, in the beginning of my fight career with KSW, I was weighing a lot more weight, but like we spoke before, it was different weights. You know, it was still some from powerlifting and bodybuilding. So my structure of my muscle was a bit different than now, and you can see it. So now I'm
even because now you are like 105.
Yeah, 105.
So take a look. You can say that you are you got a little bit more weight, but when we look at you, you are smaller.
Yes,
you are
true.
thinner. No, you are more fit.
Yeah.
So the big difference between bodybuilding and martial arts, it's the body. Changing.
Yes, exactly. I think the body changes because you use different kind of muscles, especially in the wrestling.
Even maybe not kind of the muscles, but kind of a work. No, it's a more input of power.
Exactly. In the end, listen, in the fight world, it's not about looks; it's about the physical power and what you can perform inside the cage. So, of course, the body still looks fit, but the muscle structure is different.
Take a look at the Ruiz. He knocked out Joshua.
Yeah. So
how he looks.
In the end, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah. I think if we look at your opponents till now, there was an actor, there was a rapper, singer, and also Akop was also social media star and bodybuilder trainer.
Yeah.
Is it now time to face someone who is doing this sport for a long time?
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm going to move forward, so I'm going to look for a more challenging opponent. I mean, not me only, but even the matchmaker and my manager. It's the goal is to move forward, so to get better opponents and with more score or experience, you know. And but this part, what you said now, it's that people always look for an excuse. You know, first they told me it's an actor, then the other guy, but eventually, if you look at the scorecard, Popek had much more experience than me. You know, he did some fights. He's a strong guy, man. To be honest, he was more dangerous than Akop. And then again, Akop was a MMA fighter. He has been doing it for 4 or 5 years. People were telling me that. You know, so it doesn't matter. People will always talk, but I'm just looking to succeed and to make a big show for the people and knock people out.
So can we expect this big show? Because as far as I remember your social media, you and Mariusz Pudzianowski post there some information that you would love to fight each other. Can we expect that your next opponent will be Mariusz Pudzianowski?
It's something that can happen, I believe, because he's also willing to fight me, and I'm willing to fight him, because this guy is a legend in my eyes, you know, and it would be an honor to fight him. I have a lot of respect for him for what he achieved in the MMA world, but also besides that in the strongman world, and he was always a guy that works hard, you know. But I believe that he will pass my road, pass my how you say it, like my line of opponents. So I believe that one day I will step in the cage with him, and of course in the cage will be a different story, you know. In the cage is no mercy.
Mm-hmm. No. Tomorrow we will see KSW 50. Your friend Roberto Soldic is gonna fight. Of course, there were some problems. For in the beginning, he meant to fight Czech guy Kinsel, but finally he will do the fight with Michał Pietrzak. But he said that this opponent is much more dangerous than the last one. Do you think so also?
Well, I didn't do any background check on the new opponent, but it's, you know, I think it's because you prepare mentally for an opponent, you know, and physically, like the game plan on the guy, you train for weeks to prevent anything that he does, or to do your work on the opponent, and then you at the last moment you get a new opponent. I think that's the hard part, you know.
But more mentally,
I think it's more mentally, but to be honest, he doesn't have to worry because he's in crazy shape, you know. And this guy, this new opponent, he's a good fighter as well. He wrestling, but I believe it will be no problem for Roberto, you know. He's on another level right now.
Yes, devastating the opponent.
He's a killer machine right now.
Yeah. All right. So I think we got all.
Oh, we got here. Look who's here.
Yeah. Your trainer, your coach, your manager, your
everything.
Mate, soulmate.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, we're doing an interview for the Polish people here, telling a big thanks for the support always, and. Always happy to be in Poland or anywhere where there are Polish people.
Thank you also for that interview. I got the feeling, guys, that tomorrow will be a huge announcement about your next opponent, and my finger crossed for Mariusz Pudzianowski.
Oh, you would like to see that fight?
Yeah, I really like.
You come to see the fight?
Of course I will.
Okay. So we will see. I think anything is possible. But what I know is that a lot of people will like the new news, and that the whole world will love to watch it.
He already knew. No, he knew.
Kurwa mać again.
Thank you.